Hey y'all, Adam from 7.0 ABV or up. I just wanted to do a quick video. Two attack strategies that have been used a lot over the internets. A kind of new thing, the HGHB, which is hogs and giants and bowlers with a bunch of healers on them. And the, I think it's called the Queen Pop or something that Cast Blast does. So just going to show you a couple of those attacks. This was against Alba Akatsuki, who were Japanese guys that lived in Italy, apparently. So that's kind of fun. I think, where was I? I was on 4 and 5, yeah. So we are going to go ahead and watch the replay first of the hogs and the giants and the healers and all that stuff. I just coming from the top there at that corner. I like to keep the giants moving through with a kind of a clear idea of where they're going to go, considering they target defenses. Get the healers on them, set a quick funnel, and get the bowlers and heroes down right away. I also want to keep the giants moving towards air defenses so they don't shoot off the healers too quickly. They're kind of key. Rage everything up really fast. Get your poison down for their clan castle troops. And then rage again. Basically just keeping the giants and the bowlers moving through with ferocity. And then on the back end, you're basically using your hounds to come through and kind of waterfall them in. So while defenses are distracted, you get them either working kind of with your main assault force or on the backside. In this case, I start moving it through on the backside where the king is, and then scooping down to where the main assault force is, and kind of everything meets up in the middle. Spell-wise, obviously, you're just using 2 rage, 2 heal, and then poison. So it's really simple. It's you know, just a classic, straightforward waterfall hound. And then the kill squad is just raging a bunch of giants and bowlers in. And the bowlers are kind of fun. I mean, they do wreck shop. They can be a little unpredictable, particularly in traditional bases, as to how they move. So I know a lot of people have said this attack is totally overpowered and it's set it and forget it. It's not exactly that easy. It does take some work. You have to be cognizant of how things are going to move through. And while it will work on pretty much any kind of base design, how it moves through the base is critically important. So I'd suggest trying it on a bunch of different bases to kind of see what works best. Once you do it right, you'll see, like in this case, where you have most of your healers left, you're keeping your giants up. You'll have hopefully more bowlers and hogs left than I did in this, but heroes at full health. As you know, with the healers, they'll start trading off between what needs the most attention, what's taking damage, and that works to your favor in this attack, as opposed to other times where you might try a queen walk, and next thing you know, your healers are over healing up a golem, and it's just kind of over from that point. But anyway, let's get to the end of this and kind of see how that goes down. For the next one, we're going to go back to the war map here and go up 1 and look at a Queen Pop, which is basically a quad loon, right? So the idea here is you're going to zap quake 1 of the AD, and you're trying to kind of move your troops around in either a clockwise or counterclockwise semicircle, and trap the queen in between kind of the triangle of the 3 AD that are left. In this case, I thought it was a hound in there, but I decided to lure, and I'm glad I did, because out flies a dragon and a bunch of wizards. There's still a, you know, axe-wielding redhead in there, but who cares about her? I'm not going to deploy any ground troops till I absolutely have to in the attack, but otherwise, like in this case, I'm going to use a couple of archers and then my heroes to go ahead and kill that clan castle. King to distract, and the queen to kill. Rage him up to try and get as much out of him and keep him alive as long as possible. Interesting, you notice through this, I do deploy the rest of my archers to clean up the huts at corners, but she stays alive for like the entire attack, because I'm able to get my hounds and my loons in pretty quickly. Alternate sides, tanking for the loons as they move in. And then on the other one, I'm keeping a max hound in the clan castle, which will come in critically important for the queen side, where she's bashing away on both those hounds. And really, in this attack, the splash damage from the loons does some damage to the queen, but really what you're doing is killing her with the pups. So I go ahead and rage hard in that core to try and get rid of that big Tesla moat. So we can see there's pups everywhere. There's a hound left, but he pops a little sooner than I had hoped he would. But I've got loons coming in from the back end, a huge mass of loons in the center. The queen is indeed dead. So this attack is pretty much unstoppable at this point. There's not much anyone can do, and there's a ton of pups around. Like I said, even the queen is still up and moving through. So it's a really quick attack if you get your timing down straight, and it's an elegant attack too. I like the fact that your tanks provide their own cleanup, and the loons kind of deal just such a huge amount of damage. So really it's trying to keep them moving through the base as quickly as possible is the big challenge. But just to fast forward to the end so we can see it's a 3-star here, and that's all she wrote. Anyway, thought I'd show those or record those, and if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments and whatnot. Thank you much, y'all.